And that's when I decided I wanted to be a journalist. Did you fall asleep while I was talking to you, Tom?
A journalist?
Yes, I just told you the whole story. You missed it.
Oh, yes.
So, as I was saying, my name's Emily Cook and I'm from Doctor Who magazine. And today I've got a list of questions from your adoring fans.
Oh, good.
We posted out the cover to your wonderful new book up on social media and the questions flooded in and we picked a few of our favourites to ask you right now. You ready?
Yes.
You ready? First one is from Anne Tucker. And the question is, what was your inspiration for this tale?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I have an impulse to tell stories, that's all, and only tall stories. And so I started on this tall story a long time ago. It's only actually come to fruition recently, but I started on it a long, long time ago. It was just a desire to tell a story, you know. I like telling stories.
And you were working on it with Ian Marta, weren't you?
Well, at the beginning, yes, we did work on it together. But he didn't stay long, you know, because he was so young and handsome. When he got the job, it was because he was expected to run around for an old man playing the Doctor, and then they changed it. And they got me, and I wasn't old then. And so he didn't have much to do, you know, so we spent a lot of time laughing together.
And bouncing ideas.
That's right, and telling each other stories and things like that. And that was the germ of it. It's changed a lot over the years.
Joseph Morrison asks, when writing the novel, did you stick simply to your original vision for the movie, or did you add things that you've developed an interest in seeing in Doctor Who since?
Well, it was all, you know, hiccuping. I've led a hiccuping life, actually. It was in bit starts, and I'd do a bit and get bored with it. You know, I'm not really a writer. Writers are disciplined people who can stay with it, you know. I'm, you know, just a messing around kind of writer. You know, no, it just came in bits and flashes, and then I put it away. And then, not so long ago, it all came back when someone discovered this manuscript and decided to, you know, help me to lick it into shape and make it into a thrilling Doctor Who story. So all my stories are like that, yeah.
So is this how you would have originally wanted the movie to be? Or is this a different version of that story?
No, this is a more elaborate version of it, you know, with many strands, because, you know, it seems to me that the Doctor Who moved backwards and forwards in time and, you know, and has dreams, or you don't know where he is all the time because he's in different places. And so I thought I could throw anything in I liked, and I did.
Dallas Jones wants to know a bit more about Ian Marta, your co-star, Harry Sullivan in Doctor Who with you, and Elizabeth Sladen, who plays Sarah Jane Smith. Can you share some of your memories of Ian Marta with us?
Well, yes, I can. I mean, Ian was, you know, young and wonderful fun to be with, but disappointed. As soon as we got going, it was obvious that there wasn't enough for him to do. That fetched us together. I was sorry about that, and so we became friendlier. And the same, of course, applied to Elizabeth, because, as you know, Elizabeth didn't stay long in Doctor Who when I joined, because she thought she was going to be replaced. She was mistaken. She thought that Philip Hinchcliffe would want to choose, when her contract ran out, he would want to choose someone else. He loved her, and she made a mistake, and she left Doctor Who too early, and we missed her terribly. Later on, of course, I met her at Doctor Who conventions, and we became great pals. Yes, she was an adorable girl, adorable.
So do you wish there had been more of Harry and Sarah and the
I
Doctor?
wish there had, but unfortunately the young people do have the running about, don't they?
Yes,
to do. But
they
I
do.
was able in those days to run about, and so there was less for them to do.
Yeah. Veronique Sawasdee would like to know, did you ever trip over your scarf?
Often. And deliberately as well, because it used to absolutely slay people, you know. So if I saw somebody coming, I'd instantly fall over my scarf, and that usually led to drinks in a pub afterwards. You know? So it was just a way of getting into contact with people. It was wonderful. Yeah. I can't do it now because if I fall over, I can't get up.
Dayan Millick asks, how do you see the future of Doctor Who? Big question, that.
No, it can go anywhere, anything's possible, can't they? They can travel through time and space. backwards and forwards in time and space, make themselves invisible. I mean, last week we were with Cleopatra, the last Queen of the Nile. I was recording that for Big Finish Productions. And that was wonderful for me, encountering Mark Antony and Cleopatra. God, she was gorgeous, this girl, yes. And she arrived, the actress arrived in a barge, actually, yes.
We've got a question from Christoph Lupus Smiglak. If you had the chance to have the TARDIS for one day in real life, where and when would you go and why?
No, well, if I had the choice, the moment I got the choice, I probably wouldn't accept the choice. You know, I've travelled a lot anyway. And I'm old now and very, very happy to be old and in Rye, you know, because when you're in Rye, when you're as old as me, you look very young compared to Rye. I don't really want to go anywhere very far. You know, I'm rather keen on gardening now and walking in the woods with my dog and my cat. I've got a Burmese cat that likes to walk in the woods with me. I'm very happy as I am right now and have no desire to change it.
Is there anywhere you wish that you had visited?
Well, probably, yes, probably I should have gone somewhere. But you know, wherever I went, you know, I met people and they were kind to me and listened to my stories and I listened to their stories. So I've no complaints, really. I'm really quite a happy old man, you know, and ready to go.
Not yet.
Well, oh, no,
not
no,
yet,
not
John.
yet.
We're
No,
not
ask
done
me
yet.
another question.
What is your favourite monster is a question that has been sent in by Aidan Jacks.
My favourite monster? Well, it was always, my favourite monster always had to be the Daleks, wasn't it? Because they're so idiotic and they always get beat and they never learn, do they? And they've got such hideous voices, you know? And they always shout the same sort of things and don't tell stories. There's no tenderness about it. And I like them because I always beat them. And I used to nod away, you know, while they were shouting at me, I'd nod away. And sometimes look away and wink at, you know, whoever was in the scene with me. They always cut my winks out because the BBC don't like actors who wink. But I mean, it didn't matter, you know. So the Daleks, actually, because they were so predictable and ridiculous, yes.
And so iconic as well.
And so, yes, they were. Merciless,
iconic.
yeah. And I always beat them.
Last question is from Richie Mook. He says, "Hi Tom.
Hi, Richie.
Can't wait to read your book." And he would like to ask you if you like a jelly baby.
Oh.
Would you like one?
Jelly baby. I wonder how Muck knew about this.
Well, the fans,
He might
they're not
he
silly.
might not have any vowels in his name,
There you go, you got a green
but he
one.
knows my taste, yes.
Yeah.
Cheers, kid.
Cheers.
Do you want half of this? No,
I'll have my whole one.
Okay, you have a whole one, yeah. Oh, it's a fair jelly baby here. Well, here's to Mr. Muck then.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.